Hey everyone, Zephyr here, and welcome to another Sims 2 speed build. Today we are building a custom content-free church for my neighborhood that's going to be based off of the Canadian Maritime Provinces. And one of those things we have around here in just about like every town is a nice, cute little small white either Catholic or Anglican church. And I genuinely mean that they're nice. They're nice little landmarks scattered about the provinces. And I don't even think you need to like be religious to appreciate its beauty. Like, I don't want to get into it, but I'm not like the most religious person out there, right? Like, I don't follow mainstream religion really. But I can appreciate a good building, and they're nice buildings. So I felt like my neighborhood wouldn't be complete without one. And gameplay wise, I think it's kind of entertaining, kind of thinking about which of the Sims in town would attend church, who wouldn't attend church, who would get married in a church, who wouldn't. Like, that's interesting to me. So I do like having churches in my custom neighborhoods. I like simulating life in my life simulation game, okay? Sue me. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. This build ended up being quite simple, but it was modeled after churches that are honestly quite simple. This isn't a cathedral. This is just a small town little church. It has one room. There is a couple bathrooms in the build, but that's about it. What I could have done is maybe make a basement and have a little like rec room like underneath the main church, which that would have been modeled after the church I went to growing up. It had like a cute little rec room underneath where I have a lot of memories of going there and doing catechism and eating food. Like, that was actually a good time. There was like a kitchen underneath the church too, and it was a good time hanging out with friends and everything. But I did not do that. I didn't feel like I would use that in my Sims gameplay. So I just did the one room church house kind of thing in here. I like how I was like casually like, yeah, I could have made a basement in this church, but I decided not to. Like, I don't like making basements in this game. They're wonky. They're annoying. I just don't like doing it. Like, I would not have made a basement in this build. In fact, there might not even be a basement in this whole neighborhood. Maybe I'll do it like once or twice to just show off the fact that I can, in fact, make basements. But it's not gonna be a common thing. And like, basements are common here. We're not Florida. Like, most people have basements around here. Am I gonna replicate that in my neighborhood? Probably not. In fact, sometimes I think if you're putting a basement in your Sims 2 build, you're trying to be too cute because, like, they're not practical for gameplay from what I remember. I don't often use them. And when I do use them, the camera, it was just, like, such a wonky thing to deal with. And I think people who put basements in their Sims 2 builds are trying to be too cute. And if I'm constantly, like, if one day I'm constantly trying to put basements in every single one of my Sims houses, you guys need to call me out for it because I'm trying to be too cute. I'm trying to do something that people aren't doing. I'm trying to attract attention to myself and being attention seeking. And since I'm telling you right now, I don't like playing builds with basements, I want you to call me out on that because, like, if I'm randomly putting basements in my builds, I'm just trying to be a little attention seeker. Okay, I'm not saying all Sims content creators who put basements in their Sims 2 builds are attention seekers. No, it's just I personally do not like basements, and if I start doing them on the regular, that is a problem. Because I just don't want to build for the sake of building. I want to actually be able to use my catalog of builds in the future and, you know, have the house be usable and something I would enjoy playing in. And if I start going against that, I would not be happy with myself. As for life updates, I went to a concert alone for the first time and I had such a good time. I went to see Avril Lavigne and I feel like it's so fitting for this channel because she's like a Sims 2 queen. Like, a lot of her songs were made into iconic music videos in The Sims 2. Some of the outfits in the game were inspired by her. Like, I just felt like it was a full circle moment that I got to go see her. We the Kings and Fifi Dobson actually opened for her, and they were both incredible too. If you're interested in seeing clips from the concert, I actually have them as highlights on my Instagram. But yeah, I had such a good time. I am disappointed I didn't get any clips of Fifi, and the only reason why I didn't was because at some points during the show, mainly during her part of the show, actually, there was somebody, like, standing right in front of me. Actually, he wasn't even standing. He was, like, sitting on the barrier in front of me, and I couldn't see anything. And I am not a confrontational person at all. And I was thinking, okay, security is just gonna tell him to, like, move, right? And security, like, walked right by him and didn't say a word. But I think eventually he realized that he was blocking my view, because he kind of looked back and moved out of my way. But during Fifi's whole segment, I couldn't see her, and I was pretty upset about it. And for whatever reason, like, they showed We the Kings on the big screen in the concert, right? So I could see them perfectly fine most of the show, and I could see Avril perfectly fine most of the show. But for whatever reason, like, Fifi wasn't on the big screen, right? So I couldn't see her. And, like, it was disappointed because she put on a good show. She was, like, the artist there that I kind of had heard the least about, but I was really glad I got to hear her live. It was a cool experience. And Avril was, like, obviously incredible. She did such a good job. She even played a cover of Pink Pony Club, which was really surprising to me. I kind of wish I would have, made a video like, I hope she plays Pink Pony Club. Girl, this is an Avril Lavigne concert. But, like, I was there by myself, so, like, it wouldn't work. Actually, I do tend to talk to myself a lot. Like, I mean, look at this channel. I talk to myself, like, all the time. Maybe it would work. But I did actually make a YouTube Shorts using footage from the concert. I took, a clip from Skater Boy Sims 2 music video, and I kind of, like, transitioned it into a clip from the concert, and that is on my channel right now if you want to go look at it. You get to see Avril in the clip and my view, and I guess it's kind of easier to find than going on my Instagram. But yeah, I was at kind of like the opening night of leg 2 of her Greatest Hits tour, and I regret not getting tickets to night 2 in Halifax. But if she ever comes back to the area, I'm definitely going to see her again. Oh, and another equally important life update. Obviously, it's going to be, like, life-changing for you. I have squashed my celebrity beef. This is kind of niche, so if this is your first time watching me, I'm sorry. But, like, a few videos ago, not even a few videos ago, this might be, like, 6 months ago at this point, I was telling you guys a story about how a certain wrestler came through my drive-thru. And, well, not my drive-thru, but I was working the drive-thru. I work in fast food, okay? He came through my drive-thru, and he had parked, like, 5 feet away from the drive-thru window. Now, this is kind of normal for my drive-thru because my drive-thru is, like, really weirdly shaped, right? Most people either fix themselves, like, like, back up and, like, try to park closer to the window, or they get out of the car to, like, hand us their money, right? Well, this wrestler decided that he couldn't do that, and he couldn't even, like, extend his arm out to the window, really, right? So, like, I could barely reach him, and he was acting all annoyed, but, like, he was not making an effort to get to the window at all, and I was mad at him, because he's an able-bodied man. He still wrestles, right? And he was not even trying to meet me halfway so I could take his money from him, right? But anyways, he came through drive-thru the other day, and he told me that I was the best because I was capable of taking his order and answering his question about something. So anyway, I considered the beef squashed, and also I am now the best in the world even. So, to any CM Punk fans out there, I'm sorry. It was not CM Punk in drive-thru, for the record. It was, the guy is not even wrestling for WWE anymore. But I still feel like the best is a good title to have, and it is now ingrained in my memory that I am the best. If you're interested in downloading this build, it's available, linked down below on my Patreon. If you guys liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more Sims 2 content, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.